All right, guys, it's your boy here, Mr. Cheap Sense, bringing you guys my fragrance of the day, and this is one that came from one of my subscribers. His name is Coot, and this is the box that it came in, along with some other fragrances. This one actually came with 6 packaged together. There's 5 in here now. Obviously, one is right here, and I will reveal the rest of these in due time. The name of the house is called Grey Matter Parfums, and he said this is his favorite niche house. So if you don't believe me, he wrote it here. And this is another one of those damn good fragrances that he sent. I actually have never heard of this house before. And Max Forte, or Forte, however you say it, he's also another fragrance reviewer that I follow from time to time. I actually seen him holding this box in one of his picks. So obviously he knows about it. And I looked the fragrance up and I found it. And the bottle is interesting because it kind of reminds you of a prescription bottle. And I'm about to show it to you. It is going to be kind of hard to see because, as you know, my screen is still cracked. But we're going to do what we can. So as you can see, there, it kind of resembles the pill bottle. You see the RX in the right in the top corner. Kind of reminds me of a pill bottle. I believe these fragrances are all 30 ml bottles. I'm not totally sure. I'm not really familiar with this house, but he sent me a sample of it. Mood Swings. And for a 1 ounce bottle of this, it was going for $65, and they have it marked down to $55.25. So it's not really a big difference, but still, you know, to give you some info on the fragrance, it says, "Don't blame anyone but yourself. In the end, they are all your mistakes to carry. Try to get close and then reject mischievous. I use you for sex. You use me for love." Whatever the fuck that shit is supposed to mean. It's weird. Fragrance profile: juniper berries, lemon, violet, patchouli, musk, saltpeter, and something called, I guess, Immortelle, Immortelle, whatever the fuck that is. I have no earthly idea. And that's about all the information that it is on this fragrance. What I can tell you guys is that this smells damn good. I'm not going to say amazing because I've worn a few other fragrances from this house, from not this house, but from what my guy Coop sent me, and those were amazing fragrances, most of them. This one is a pretty good fragrance. I did get some reaction from it this morning when I first got to work. So people were sniffing around trying to find out where the fuck that smell was coming from. And one lady just walked up to me and just put her nose right in my chest and with the sniffing, and she was like, "Oh, this is who it's coming off of right here." So with that being said, that's a good thing. And the guy that I keep telling you guys about wears the Aventus. I did eventually reapply like around 11 something, and he walked past where I was sitting and he said, "Oh man, I can smell you." And he smiled a little bit. So pretty damn good fragrance. I honestly, this particular fragrance would not pay $55 or $65 for it. Not for a 30 ml bottle of it. Uh, I don't think it's worth that, in my personal opinion. Maybe somewhere around the 40 some odd dollar mark, 30 some odd dollars for a 30 mil, but not 60. Now, the one I do think is well worth it is Casino Royal Nights by Dua. And Dua sells theirs in 30 ml bottles also, I think. And they're pretty high, 50 to 60 some odd dollars. I think that one is worth it because the reaction I got from that fragrance alone was enough to make me want it. Other than that, there were a few other good ones on this list that he did send. I was not impressed by Pure Malt. Pineapple Vintage Intense was not really impressive. It just, let's see, Mancera Oud Lemon Mint was okay. I liked it. Mancera Red Tobacco was a good one. I did get some compliments off of that. Rasasi Hawass was a damn good one. I'd pay for that one. And Creed Aventus, the legendary batch, as what he has written here, I wouldn't pay for that one. I have not worn Sauvage yet. I have not worn Blue Day Chanel, which is probably the only two in this list that I have not worn, besides the other 5 that are in this box. So, all in all, I think Mood Swings is a pretty good fragrance. I'm glad I did get to sample it, at least something from a niche house, to see what these guys are actually falling in love over. And I guess I can see why some people would fall in love with some of these fragrances, but the price point, niche fragrances usually fall in that high price range also, which makes me not even be interested to purchase. So we'll see. If things change, maybe I get a little extra money. Maybe I'll buy a niche fragrance, if I want to try something. But as far as me purchasing something right now, I'm not interested. So I'm glad I am getting the experience of smelling some niche fragrances, though. I appreciate that greatly. So that's about all I have with this fragrance. Stay tuned tomorrow to see what I wear. It may be another one of the fragrances from this box, or it could be something else I haven't reviewed yet that I have. You never know. So I hope you guys have a great afternoon, great evening, great night. If I come up with something else, I will do another video. Right now, I'm signing off. It's time to catch me a nap. Peace.